WRL weather app is a great tool to have in times like these.
And you can keep up with Hurricane Matthew's path anytime on our interactive tracker. Find it on the WRL weather app and on our website, WRL.com.
Are we going to have a lot of trees down, do you think?
I think we certainly have that possibility. We're going to have strong gusty winds. We just saw a gust at Johnny Mercer's Pier at Wrightsville Beach, up to about 66 miles per hour. Wow. So, you know, as wind gusts are really starting to come in. And they tend to come in with the rain bands. So you can watch that heavier rain and assume there are going to be some really strong winds with those rain bands that are coming in. So we're certainly seeing it right now. It will be the worst late this afternoon, tonight, and very early tomorrow morning, and then the conditions will start to ease up a little bit, and we'll be assessing damage, and of course flooding is a big likelihood for later on today. Let's go out and check what is happening again down in Charleston. We talked just a few minutes ago about the fact that it's low tide there, and they already have a 7-foot storm surge. We could see a 5 to 7-foot storm surge along parts of our coast as well, especially from Cape Fear southward. So that's going to be, say, Ocean Isle, Sunset Beach, Oak Island, and then, say, from Wrightsville Beach northward, looking at maybe a 2 to 4 foot storm surge. And so that's definitely going to do some damage. It's going to be interesting, as I said earlier, to see if they are going to call this a landfall right there in Charleston. The eye wall, it's not terribly well defined here on the radar picture, but I mean, it almost looks like it's coming right there on shore in Charleston right now. So they're feeling the brunt of it right now. By 2 o'clock this afternoon, it's moving away from Charleston up toward Myrtle Beach with winds at 90 miles per hour, and then just off the coast of Wilmington. And we will have these hurricane force winds blowing across the Wilmington area late this evening up to about midnight or so. By 2 a.m., it's just offshore with winds at 80 miles per hour. So we can definitely expect some 80 mile per hour wind gusts around the Wilmington area. Meteorologist Mike Moss here with me. He's going to be talking more about specific wind gusts, especially as you head up the coast. But again, that's the latest track of the storm as it goes by. Here's a look at some of the buoys, looking at 54, 51, 58 mile per hour gusts out into the Atlantic. We're definitely seeing some of those stronger winds right around the center of circulation. So we're under a wind advisory even here inland with gusts up to 55 miles per hour. And power outages likely across our area. We take a look at what's going on in Wilmington right now. You can see the water blowing up the Cape Fear River. It's feeling a little bit worse right along the beaches where Amy Wilmoth is, and she'll be with us, of course, as we head through the morning, continuing to track what's happening out there. Watch the rainfall totals. Of course, this is one thing that we're extremely worried about in our area. Already by 5 o'clock this afternoon, Fayetteville looking at the potential of 8 inches of rain. That will cause flooding. Everybody who was watching on Thursday morning or experienced that down south knows when we had 10 inches of rain down around the Fayetteville area, what it did, and we can expect the exact same thing. By the time we get to 11 o'clock tonight, 5 inches in Raleigh, 7 in Irwin, 9 in Goldsboro, 8 in Rocky Mount, and then some lighter amounts north and west. But everybody from Raleigh east, we're looking at 10 in Goldsboro, 9 in Rocky Mount, 7 or 5 to 5.5 inches in Southern Pines. So some incredible flooding coming our way. So we do have that flash flood watch in effect. The flooding is happening in Wilmington right now. The counties clustered right around Wilmington are under a flood warning. So they've had 2 to 4 inches of rain already. And of course, we'll have the wind gusts to go along with that. And this is a look at our power outage risk. It's low from Raleigh north and west, but moderate from Raleigh south and east. As I mentioned, meteorologist Mike Moss with me this morning. He's going to be talking more about the winds and specifically what you'll see in your area.
Exactly, Elizabeth, and we've got a few places that are gusting pretty significantly already. We'll take a look at the map across the region, and you can see that Fayetteville just recently has had a wind gust as high as 44 miles per hour already, and Wilmington has jumped up to a 39 mile per hour gust. Not too long ago, they had a couple of gusts into the lower 40s there as well. Columbia, South Carolina, gusting to about 45 miles per hour right now, and at the Raleigh-Durham Airport, gust just running to about 20 miles per hour at the moment. Now, this is a futurecast estimate of wind gusts as we go through the course of the day, and you can see that we're picking up these gusts that are close to 20 this morning in the Raleigh area, down around Fayetteville, showing about 31 miles per hour, so that's already been exceeded from time to time. As we get into the later afternoon and evening hours, some wind gusts anywhere from about 40 to 50 miles per hour. There may be a pocket or two up around 55. We're generally in the 25 to 35 range from Raleigh north and west, but there might be 1 or 2 gusts to around 40 or so then. So we start to go through the nighttime hours. We think as the center of the storm starts to pull away, it'll stay gusty during the night, but but start to come down some as we head toward tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, when the sun comes out, we could again, though, see some gusts up to 35 or 40 miles per hour. Some specific impacts today around different parts of our region. Down toward Myrtle Beach and Wilmington, 45 to 60 mile per hour sustained winds as we get into the afternoon and early evening. Some gusts 65 to 75 miles per hour. Rain totals 8 to 12 inches or so there. And of course, they could spread a little bit around those values as well. Further up the coast, not quite as bad. 25 to 35 mile per hour sustained winds, gust 40 to 50, and rain totals about 4 to 8 inches. So still plenty bad day today into tonight, maybe even early on Sunday. Around here, we're looking for 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts from around the Triangle area northwest, a gust to 30 to 50 with the higher levels off to the south and east a little bit. Rain totals running about 3 to 6 inches for the most part. They may be a little higher just at the southeastern edge of that area, and then ramping up to those 7 to 10 or 11 inch totals down toward Fayetteville and Goldsboro. Winds there about 25 to maybe 30 or 40 sustained on occasion, and some gusts 45 to 55, leading to those potential problems with downed trees and power outages and that sort of thing. We're not going to see big temperature changes today. We're about 70 degrees at 8, up to about 72 at lunchtime for a high, and drifting off down a little bit later in the afternoon and evening, 69 at 4 p.m. Good chance